Welcome back, my furry friend lovers. How are we all doing today? Are you guys ready for the next step into learning how to read your dog and create a better bond with your dog? For those of you that are new, I want to say thank you and welcome to my channel. This is Skelly by Nature. I am Skelly. And for those of you returning, I want to say thank you as well. So, the first thing I want to say is, if you haven't watched my leadership video or creating a good bond with your dog video, you may want to go back and watch that first. If you've already watched it, then this is the next step that we've got here. And what we're going to do is, this is learning how to read your dog. This is what I call dog posture. Now, a lot of times people say, what is dog posture? It's the same as human posture. We can tell by the way we display our bodies, or the way our bodies are displayed gives off readings of what we are actually meaning. Okay? So sometimes, for me, it's what I call the truth. Okay? So dog posture, human posture, it's learning the truth. No matter what happens, the truth is in the posture. Okay, so some people say, why should I learn posture? There's multiple reasons why we should learn how to read our dogs and our dog's posture. One, if you see in my leadership video, you want to always be rewarding your dog in a calm behavior, or what we call a relaxed behavior. And that's one reason why it's a good reason to yes, I'm playing with the teddy as well. It's one reason why you want to learn that, so that you know when to properly reward your dog, because sometimes rewarding our dogs in an improper behavior, or not understanding it, it's an improper behavior, then what we're actually doing is we're giving our dogs, we're setting our dogs up or training our dogs for bad behavior. So that's one reason. The second reason is it gives us an idea when we need to react. As leaders, we need to control our environments. We need to make sure everything's safe around us. We need to make sure our dogs are safe and comfortable. And one way by doing that is reading their posture. So when a dog is in relaxed body posture and goes into alert body posture, sometimes we as the leaders need to recognize what is that alert, and then we need to make the next decision before they do, because their next decision may be not the right one. So what we want to do is, the idea of training a lot of times is relaxed body posture to alert body posture. We take care of the situation and get them back into relaxed body posture. The more relaxed your dog is, the less stress they have, and the less stress can be caused in your own life. So the third reason that you want to understand dog posture is it tells you what our dogs, it allows us to know what our dogs are telling us. Are they scared? Are they stressed? Are they playful? Are they, any behaviors like that? So it helps us to understand what they're trying to tell us. Okay. And the other reason too is, when you get into, say, behavioral training like I do, sometimes reading a dog's, sometimes a dog can do something and we may think one thing, but then when you read the dog's posture, it may be something else. So sometimes I've had dogs in the past that growl and show teeth, and that had nothing to do with aggression. It was purely a play thing or attention, something like that. And that became because somebody was rewarding or paying attention to their dog, or giving their dog attention in the wrong behavior, which caused that behavior to happen. Okay, so how do you read dog posture? How do you read their body language? So at first, I'm going to tell you the things that you want to pay attention to. One is the tail. The tail is one of the most important. It's the easiest thing for us to see. It's also right there, and it's pretty important to understand where their tail's sitting, how it's sitting, And that's one way, or the best way, to actually start reading their posture. The second thing is their ears, okay? Their ears give off a lot of what is their posture and what's going on with them. So we want to pay attention to their tail, their ears, and then the position of their body itself. So those are the three things that at first I want you to pay attention to, because those are the three most important, and they're the most easily read part of their posture. Then as you get into more and more of understanding this, then you can get into parts of watching, say, like the corners of their mouths, or maybe, their paw situation and stuff like that. So that's how you read dog posture. So understanding dog posture, understanding dogs. So like I said, this is the same with dogs as it is with humans. We have a relaxed body posture. Dogs have a relaxed body posture. And then the following posture that we display is alert. Now, alert doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that they hear, see, sense, or smell something, and that brings them to an alert. It's getting them out of a relaxed body posture. And then what happens is after alert comes any of the other behaviors. So whether it's passive aggressive, whether it's playful, we are, as the leader, will determine what's the next to follow. So, and what I mean by that is, like I said, our job as a leader is to have our dogs from relaxed body posture, and if they go into an alert posture, then what we want to do is make it so that we get them back into a relaxed body posture again. So that way they're either remaining calm or they're not stressed out. And then once we have relaxed body posture, we can move on. Okay, so it's up to us as leaders to try to keep our dogs in a relaxed body posture. Or, if we're going to have, say, a little puppy that does not stop playing because he's just a teddy, then, we need to get them back into a relaxed body posture. So we're going to start with relaxed body posture today, and we're going to start with alert body posture today, because those are the two first postures that we're going to see and to get in and want to understand first. So when your dog is in relaxed body posture, and you can see I have a picture right here, is their tail's down. It's not tucked between their legs. It's not stuck up in the air. It's hanging down. It's nice and relaxed. It might have a light little wave to it, and that's what tail down is. But again, pay attention. Tail down between the legs is another posture that you will see later on. So as you can see, the dog's tail is down. It's kind of out a little bit. And then for some of you, I know you're going to sit there and say, well, my dog has no tail, like Teddy here. So what you got to try to do is the best that you can do by reading their nub. And you'll tell by, whether it's up, whether it's down, whether it's, stuck to their body or not. Okay? So the second thing that we're going to pay attention to is the ears. Okay? I always read the tail, then I go to the ears. And this is ears up, but not forward. You'll see that dogs have, their ears will move around. Sometimes your dog's ears will be up. Sometimes they'll be leaning forward a little bit and kind of like a radar. They'll also have their ears tucked back sometimes, into the back of their heads. That's another posture. So when your dog is not being alerted, just pay attention to where the ears are. They're going to be up, but not completely up in the air, not completely forward. They're not going to be attached to the back of their head. So that's ears up, but not forward. So the next thing that I'm going to pay attention to when it comes to relaxed body posture is the actual head. Where's the position of the head? Okay. Now, it's head high. Now, you're going to sit there and say, well, his head isn't high. Well, his head is. It's actually, what I do is I pay attention to what is their shoulder blades. When the head is higher than their shoulder blades, that tells me their head is up. It's not a strong high head. It's a relaxed high head. okay? But their head's not hanging below their shoulder blades. It's usually somewhere on the same level as their shoulder blades, but their top of their head is typically above their shoulder blades. So that's what you want to pay attention to. And as you can see, his body position itself, the full body, actually, he's not leaning forward, he's not leaning back, he doesn't have, he's got a good relaxed body, and that's relaxed body posture. Okay, and as you get more and more into understanding and reading these things, you can go on to watching what the mouth says. Okay, so if you're looking at a dog and it's growling at you, or looking at a dog that's barking at you, that's a different situation. But usually their corner of their mouths are usually kind of in a relaxed or kind of that sad look. A lot of times when we see that dog that looks sad, I tell people, your dog's not looking sad, your dog's looking relaxed, and that's the same. Okay, so they have a relaxed mouth, and so that's relaxed body posture. That's your dog in a relaxed situation when there's nothing bothering them, they're content, they've got everything they need. Okay, so what we do as dogs and humans, same way, we have relaxed body posture, and then our next posture is going to be an alert posture. Once we're in alert, humans and dogs, we then will follow into the next body posture, and that can be good postures or bad postures, or so we're going to start with the alert posture because that's the next step. And again, like I said, when we catch our dogs in alert body posture, this is when we as leaders need to understand what are they being alerted about. Is it a dog that's 40 feet up in front of us? Is it a bush that they want to smell? Is it another animal or something like that? And this way we can understand as humans or leaders to what is our next step. Is it a dog in front of us that they want to play with? Because that's what some dogs want to do, is go play with another dog. So then what we need to do is control our dog and control their behavior, and then move them into the being able to approach that dog in a calm manner, not excited, not overly excited. We don't want to scare that other dog. And the other thing as well is we don't want to let our dogs go off in an overly excited way to a dog that may be scared, because we can cause a fight that way. Okay, so we're gonna, again, the other reason too with alert posture too is it allows us to make the decision on what we need to do for the next move. So if it's, your dog wants to play with another dog in front of us, then we may want to ask that person, who, is your dog okay? Is it okay for us to approach your dog? If it's something that we know our dog is not dog friendly, then we may want to make the decision to go the other way. But whatever it is that we're going to do, or if our dog's acting overly excited, then we know we need to get our dog back into relaxed body posture before we make the next move. Okay? So with alert body posture, what happens is the tail starts to straighten out. You can see in the picture the dog's tail is straight out. Again, it's not straight in the air, it's not stiff, it's just straight out. You might still see a little wiggle to their tail, that's a-okay. But a lot of times their tail is usually pretty much straight out. It's usually kind of in a semi-stiff situation, because they're taking in information. That's what they're doing at this moment. The next thing is their ears are forward. Okay, you'll see a lot of times if you have a shepherd and they got erect ears, you see their ears actually turn. If you don't have a dog with erect ears, then what you want to do is pay attention to like the base of the ear. What they're actually doing is the same as us. Is if we need to hear something, we kind of do one of these. That's just us getting a better reception of sound, and that's what your dog is trying to do. They're trying to pick up better sound, and so the ears will tend to kind of move in a forward position. Okay, so pay attention to the ears. the next thing is you'll see that their mouths are closed. Okay, when a dog is taking in this information, their mouth will be closed. The corner of their mouth might go up a little bit, but you're going to see kind of a straight smile, more or less. And again, that's like anything else. You know, as we're processing information, like the same with our dogs. You know, we're kind of in a thinking mode and, you know, trying to comprehend what's going on around us. And then we move on to the next step of trying to make the decision of what our next behavior is going to be. So, the other thing, when a dog is in alert, you'll see they stand tall on their toes. Okay, you're gonna see that when your dog is in a relaxed body posture, they're on the pads of their feet. Their feet are relaxed. And then when they go into alert, you might see them kind of perk up a little bit. Their back, you know, their whole backs will kind of perk up a little bit. The body themselves will perk up a little bit. Their heads will perk up a little bit. So the whole body and everything kind of perks up a little bit. Okay? So those are the things that you want to look for when you're paying attention to alert posture. And again, the idea as leaders, what we want to do is go from relaxed body posture, alert body posture. Then we make the decision on what we want to do with our dogs next. Do we want to step back and get them back into a relaxed body posture, or put them in a situation in a relaxed body posture? You want to come up, Teddy? Come on. So we got a little Teddy. Get your bear. Get your teddy bear. And so I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I hope this was informative for you. I hope you guys pay attention to this and practice this. And then also pay attention to the next video coming up. The next video is going to have two more postures. We're going to start with 2 more after that. And that this way you can start to learn slowly how your dog is, or what your dog is telling us. So Teddy's destroying the set. Destroy the set, Teddy. So again, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you share this video with people, other people who also have dogs as well. I hope you share this on your news feeds and stuff like that. I hope you do me a favor, hit that like button down below, and also do me a favor and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. Like I said, there's going to be more videos. We're going to have a couple more videos, at least 3 more videos of how to read your dog's posture, because there's multiple different postures that our dogs display. So until the next video, be beautiful, be awesome.